having mentored so many people in this space, what are things that you're seeing are really helpful to get into marketing? What advice would you give to somebody who's in that position?
So I think starting with the advice piece is to give yourself grace through that job search process, that it takes time, and there will be those situations that you apply, you do an interview, you think you nail it, and you don't get picked. And so then all of a sudden there becomes this doubt and this imposter syndrome of, wow, I'm not good enough. Especially, let's say if you're earlier in your career and you're a fresh graduate and you're competing against these seasoned professionals. My biggest advice I can say is it's just as much them they're courting you and you are courting them. It's almost like a dating thing of figuring out a good match. So let's say if it doesn't work, that's okay. It just wasn't meant to be. But I also recognize there are those pressures in terms of just finances that you need to pay your bills and need to figure it out. So giving yourself grace and understanding that it's just not going to work out for whatever it is. But there is that power when it comes to networking and having it be really intentional networking, not this transactional thing of, I saw your profile on LinkedIn. I see you work for this company. What can you do for me? No one likes to be used. No one likes to feel like they're a tool, but they want to see that they have value and that they matter. And so taking that time to plant those seeds, have those conversations, and being curious, asking those questions of people, just like, you're asking me about my career. People love to tell their stories and to explain all of that. So I think having that intentional networking, giving yourself grace, but then opening up your mind to what could be. I think it's so easy to get distracted and attracted by these big brands, things that are flashy and glitzy and sexy and all of that. But I can tell you, as someone who worked in industries that aren't all that glamorous, they still can be really fulfilling. The thinking of when I was in the engineering space and knowing that we were creating these systems that are used in hospitals, or even now when I fly at Phoenix Sky Harbor, knowing that the firm I worked at helped create that ventilation system, that's pretty neat. And knowing that it's providing a really cool experience. And they also helped with the baggage claim area. And to know that, wow, there were people who did this and how neat, like it's making my experience great. So thinking of, yeah, it might not be uh, flashy or anything like that, but if it's helping people, it can still turn out really well. So that would be my advice, is to open your mind, being curious, taking those opportunities of things that just might surprise you. And that's where the cool wins will come from.